decided this is time for you to step up for your time, and you literally will be riding up onto the platform, onto the stage
in a sparkly bikini.
In a sparkly bikini.
Realistically, it's probably the best time in your life because your children have grown up. You've probably got a little bit more of disposable income and more time on your hands. So it is the best time to do your challenges and the changes that you want to make.
Right, so the first question. Right, and today's guest is Gaynor, and this is her chapter. So Gaynor, I want to start, first of all, with a quick hello, and I want you to tell us who you are and where you are in life right now.
Hi, so I'm Gaynor, and where I am in life, I'm 57 years old, and I've entered a bodybuilding competition. I might not look like a traditional bodybuilder, and it is 4 months away. So I've still got 4 months to get stage lean. But it was something I really wanted to do back in March. Well, I've actually been thinking about it for 3 years, but I've already put it off until next year. But in March, I found that the federation I wanted to compete in had actually got a competition for the first time in my hometown, and I just thought it was a sign that I just analysed it. Can I lose enough weight, because I'd already trained for 3 years, to enter that competition in November? And I looked, I can healthily lose the right amount of weight to get stage lean. So there we are, I'm doing it.
Brilliant. Right, so the first question I want to ask you, Gaynor, was what was the moment that you knew that your life needed a change?
Oh gosh. I just was at a point when I was really overweight, and I was really happy, not happy on the outside and inside, and there was just a defining moment that I've got to do something about this. And yeah, that's when I went to the gym. I looked into the nutritional side, and then I started to fall in love with it, the whole process, the bodybuilding side of it. I went to a few shows. My ex-partner competed, and I saw his journey, and I just wanted to do it. And I think I'll always want to do it now. I'm never going to stop.
So you got the bug?
Got the bug, and I'll do this show in November, and then I'm already thinking about my next show for next year and how I prepare for that. So yeah, it's just going to be part of my life now forever.
And so the catalyst for change for you, would you say it's that you're feeling dissatisfied with how you felt physically, but not emotionally, but you just needed a bit of a shift? And like saying, you was introduced to this world. Had you known about bodybuilding?
Not
at all. Known about it, but not sort of.
No, the only thing I knew about it was Jodie March in The Sun, if you remember that. That's a long time ago. And you got this picture of lady bodybuilders with massive muscles, and that I didn't realise that there's lots of different categories in bodybuilding. Okay. It doesn't have to be about massive massive muscles. It's about aesthetics and shape, and cap shoulders and X-frame figure with the glutes.
You're in the jargon now, so I'm going to nod like I pretend I know what you're talking about. Google it later.
But it doesn't have to be massive muscles. You can still look feminine and sparkly bikinis. Who knew bikinis cost so much? They can cost about £500 for these bikinis on the stage. So,
that's possibly a nice little side hustle for anybody that's really good in sewing, getting into making bikinis. So that was it then. So you knew you needed to change. You chanced upon this thing, and then you were bitten by the bodybuilding bug, as it were.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's fantastic. Next question I'm going to ask you, Gaynor, is what have you learned about yourself since starting over or starting this new chapter?
Right. So I lived my life pretty traditionally. I was a mum. My girls are in their 20s now, and a pretty much corporate job, and I did my day-to-day things. But starting this new chapter, it's made me realise that you can do new things, and you don't always have to limit yourself to what other people have their limitations. You can go above and beyond, and people just make assumptions about you, but you can challenge them assumptions, and you can really, if you work at something, you will be rewarded. And you by doing something like this, you can inspire others, and that's what I get great pleasure out of when people say, "Oh, I went to the gym today. I've not gone for years, and I felt good about myself." I just love that.
So it is really, like you say, it's about that you're redefining what your 50s are to you. It's not just, I always use the analogy of, I do like going around garden centres, but that isn't all I am cut out to do now. There is still a world out there that I want to do, challenges I want to do. It sounds like you're exactly the same.
Yes.
And I'm sure you'll have some sort of pushback from some people that going, oh, aren't you a bit too old to do that and stuff.
But realistically, it's probably the best time in your life because your children have grown up. You've probably got a little bit more of disposable income and more time on your hands. So it is the best time to do your challenges and the changes that you want to make.
Yeah, I completely agree. Actually, wholeheartedly, Gaynor. I completely.
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect time for restarting or rediscovering something that you possibly shelved many years ago because, like you say, life got in the way, and to revisit that and go, actually, now I'm just going to add, even if you just add a little bit more of it into your daily life. It doesn't have to be a whole transformation. It sometimes can just be a small thing that you add a little bit more, just to kind of reconnect with who you are.
Yeah, and who'd have thought that the two women in the 50s with social media influencers? No.
But it is. I think it's a real sort of. I think it's amazing. Like you say, that we've met.
Yeah,
we're doing this thing together. You know, neither of us are professing to be experts.
No.
But we're giving it a go.
Yeah.
And also, I think what we've both got on our side is that we've got that sort of. We're not too worried about what other people think.
No, absolutely
we're doing
not.
it because we want to do. And if other people are on board, fantastic. If other people are go roll eyes and look at us, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to impact what I do. And it's not going to impact what you're doing because we're on our own path.
Absolutely.
Doing our own thing.
Yeah.
Right. So actually, going on from that last question we just asked, pursuing what we want to do. What would you say to another woman over 50 who thinks it's too late to do whatever that is they want to do in their life now?
I sort of said that in the previous question. You've got more time on your hands, maybe more money. Your children might have grown up. It's the best time of your life, and just because you're that bit older doesn't limit you. You can grow just as much now as in your 20s or 30s. There's no limitations. Just go for it and don't leave it too late, because there's a lot of people that don't get the opportunities. So.
Absolutely. And like we were sort of saying before, Gaynor was just giving a background of what she's done. You bring all those life skills to what you're doing now.
Yes.
And this is the thing, it's not sort of you've accrued all this information and then you just let it all go. No, it may not be a direct link, but there's things that you've learned in your life that will apply to what you're doing now. Even if it's just like your schedule or your time commitment or something, it would have been stuff you'd learned years ago that you're bringing into play, and and you're just going for it. So I echo exactly the same. While I always sort of say, while you've still got your health and you've got hope, there is chance to do something. And it doesn't have to be a radical transformation. It can just be
chipping away
and doing something that actually makes you feel alive, and you're really glowing. So obviously what you're doing is making you feel completely alive,
younger than I've done for years. Because like when I was in my 30s, I was bringing up 2 children, working full time. I was studying for a degree, so I didn't have time for me. That's the time I put the most weight on and probably was the most unhappiest. But now I feel like I've got a glow about me.
So you're having your second act, as it were.
Yeah, enthusiasm for life, and just love it.
Yeah, definitely can tell. It's definitely coming out in just how you sort of talk and how enthusiastic you are about it.
Yeah.
So, the next thing I've asked Gaynor to do is, if she was writing something to her younger self, what would that message be?
Okay, my note to my younger self: don't let other people's limitations, fears, or beliefs define what you're capable of. Just because they couldn't imagine it doesn't mean that you can't do it. You are allowed to dream big, take up space, and grow beyond whatever anyone ever expected, and that's including you. Keep rising. Your strength was never the problem.
That's lovely. That is really lovely. And it is, and this is the thing, isn't it? All those limitations that we take on board as we're younger, other people's perceptions of what is meant for us, and the fact that you've had this in you all the time, and it's just been waiting to come out, and thank goodness you've given it a chance to get out now. That's really lovely. That is. So you're going to keep that on your phone?
Yes.
Yeah. My last question to you, Gaynor, is, if you had to name this chapter of your life, what would you call it and why?
So I'm going to call it Chapter Rise. So it's like rising from the ashes, like from my old life to this new glowing life, just to the stars. Just rise up from wherever you are in life and make a go of whatever you want to do.
And I'm saying that matches perfectly with what you're doing, isn't it? Is the fact that, like you say, it's not that you know there's anything traumatic happening, but you've decided this is time for you to step up for your time, and you literally will be rising up onto the platform, onto the stage
in a sparkling bikini.
In a sparkling bikini. But how exciting is that? And would you have, like you say, would you have, if you were said to your 30-year-old self,
I couldn't imagine me ever doing anything like that. So just it's going to be amazing. It's going to be
all the adrenaline and everything.
The build up to it, just starting from the tan the day before, and then you're supposed to stand there naked as well in front of all the people. Come get it around the spray tan.
Oh wow! I've seen it all before.
And yes, and then I've got my makeup being professionally done, and so I've got sparkly earrings and all the preparation leading up to it.
Fantastic. Oh, that's brilliant. So you're calling this chapter 50 of your life. I call it chapter 50 because it's 50 stories. So chapter 50 is called Rise.
Yes, it is.
Oh, excellent. Well, on that note, as a thank you for coming along, I've got a little gift there for you.
Thank you.
So I shall let you open it.
Oh, surprise. I like surprises.
Oh, I've slightly ripped the packaging, sorry.
Right. Ooh. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
So I don't know if you just want to just have a little read.
So chapter 50, Rise. This is a chapter where Gaynor steps into her power, not quietly, not cautiously, but with the fierce determination of a woman who's done the groundwork and is ready to go further. At 57, she's rewriting what strength looks like, daring to dream bigger, train harder, and walk onto the stage, not just to compete, but to rise. This isn't about turning back time. It's about owning it, about stepping into a new kind of confidence, carved from grit, grace, and a fire that refuses to fade. This is my rise, and it's only just the beginning. It is only just the beginning. That's excellent. Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I just thought, because you'd said, you'd mentioned to me that it was chapter Rise, I thought, well, this feels like just a nice way to put it all down. And this is all sort of taken from your TikTok stories and what you've talked about. So I thought that might just stick it somewhere in your house.
No, we'll do. That's okay.
But no, it's been absolutely fantastic meeting you. I really appreciate you coming out, because this is a series of me just talking to real women over 50 that have decided to redefine what 50 means to them. It doesn't have to be big life changes. It doesn't have to be massive, sort of reinventions, but it is about taking bold steps for yourself to move forward into what can be this really exciting chapter. So I am thrilled to bits that Gaynor is now she's my official chapter Rise. So thank you, really, I've really enjoyed it.
Lovely.
Thank you so much.